Live direct Raglan's. There's the city, New York. It feels a little bit like spring. Sunny out there. Weather's warming up. And we got some nice transition season joints. Injex Raglans. It's Tyler.
What's up?
I don't know if it was coming or not. I hope she is, because she knows this product better than either of us. Injex Raglan.
There we go.
There we go. That doesn't look like a Raglan. I guess it is kind of Raglan-esque, like in effect. Oh.
The magic trick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Boom.
These colors are beautiful.
Yeah, its colors are beautiful. Raglans. Let's talk about Raglans. This shirt's not going to be for everybody. I can guarantee that.
Well, it looks good on both of you.
Yeah, it's Tyler's rocking size down.
Yes, I'm wearing a small.
Yeah.
And I'm 163 pounds, and I'm 6 foot tall.
All right, we'll get straight into it here. My name's Abe. I'm 180 pounds, 6 feet. I'm wearing XL, true to size. Tyler size down. I went true to size. You can see it's a loose fit, overshirt fit, chilling. But
Oh yeah, I should get like
it's
a hoodie.
choice. There's a lot of variety here. What is this? Let's talk about it. We
Yeah.
went straight into that.
You wearing?
I'm wearing XL.
Okay, so that's your true to size.
Yeah, this is my true to size.
Okay, cool. I mean, this is a shirt that I.
It's really a sleeve.
Yeah, it's a sleeve with an attached body.
Yeah.
And some buttons on it.
Some pockets.
And some pockets, and some pleats, and some stitching, and some and a
man.
label, but
All kinds.
not a label. But yeah, it's pretty much a set of sleeves. It is. Oh, I started working on this in I think 2017, 18. No, like 17. And yeah, it's basically when the era when I was really pushing Raglan onto absolutely everything. And this is a bit of an exploded Raglan. As you can see, it doesn't. A Raglan usually goes kind of into the like a baseball tee kind of.
Yeah, a Raglan will usually come up
Yeah.
here. But often a Raglan would be one-piece sleeve, whereas this is a two-piece sleeve.
Exactly. And so I opted out of that and then made it go straight across, because this line, I love this line. I think it's super flattering. It goes hand in hand with like the billboard line. And I also wanted to get rid of that top shoulder seam that you usually see.
So yeah, what you have is like a really prominent shoulder. This shirt's all about the shoulders. You can see like, boom, what's really showing us here. But yeah, you can see on Tyler, right? You got that vertical line, these big pockets, kind of dropped, and then heavy ass shoulder there. Boom. That's the whole thing. The shoulder goes all the way down. So it's like a top heavy sleeve.
And yeah, and then it is two pieces. So you have that top piece. The pattern here is really funky. You know, it just goes into a center back seam at the back, and underneath there's a two-piece sleeve. Like Abe said, a Raglan is usually. Is this a three-piece sleeve?
I guess it's
No, this is a three-piece.
three-piece sleeve. Damn, I didn't even
Yeah,
got it wrong.
I know, I got it wrong. I just went with it, and when I knew it was a three-piece sleeve.
Yeah.
And then a kind of cut-in armhole here.
No, I mean, this is a really interesting pocket, right? So it goes all the way into the underarm. So you get like a lot of volume, a nice flap here, sits down here, so there's some security.
Yep.
It's dropped, so it's like a little bit lower, but also makes it a little easier to access.
There's a very slight angle on it as well, and that was intentional. Because, your hand kind of
So I mean, you can really see that angle variation. Here, I'm gonna flip it around and see if I can show you. Boom, right? Like, so it's like, you know, usually you might have a pocket up here. This is down here, but you can drop stuff in there really easily. Boom, and that's the sleeve. That's the Raglan. This is you know, a sleeve that carries a shirt.
What else do we have on here? You know, pocket shave, little miter corner there, button front, pretty standard. Actually, not at all.
Not that standard.
Not
There's
that
no
standard.
yoke and there's no pleats.
Yeah. More so just there's not. This is
I mean, it's
swath
just,
of
yeah,
fabric
there's
on the
nothing
back.
wrong. It's unnormal in its absence, right? Often there'd be like pleats here or a yoke here, which just looks like a yoke, but it's actually just the top of the sleeves. So people are asking, like, let's get into the size change, because that's where it's going to probably get trickiest. Somebody said if you want the same fit as the last one, size down 2, that's correct.
Yes.
This is sized up 2 from the previous runs. And that gets you a really nice overshirt fit like I'm wearing right now. I can put a hoodie under here if I wanted to. If you want a little more classic of a shirt fit, you can see Tyler. We'll get you in some other sizes, but this is Tyler's size down 1. You get more like a shirt fit vibe. And then, yeah, you could size down 2, which was how it was released originally, but it runs a little tight if you size down 2 for most people, I think, and that's why we sized it up.
Yes, I agree. I think
You
2
wanna try and,
size and
small?
2 down.
We're gonna get Tyler sized down 2 in a second.
Unless that's your gig and you want to really.
Now, we saw a lot of people sizing up into, you know, so if you have the old one and you know and you had the old one true to size, then yeah, size down 2 on this run. Otherwise, we'd recommend either going true to size for that like overshirt fit or sizing down 1 for shirt fit. But we'll see how Tyler looks in a minute. So here's Tyler, size down 2. And it does fit, but it's, you know, he looks like he's stuck in 2018.
Sleeves are just a hair short.
Yeah. So you can do it. I mean, this is how they were released originally, but, you know, it's like a slimmer, older fit. And you want to try on the medium, true to size? We can talk colors.
What is this one?
Gray,
Dawn.
mint dawn.
Mint dawn.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it came out like, so, you know, this is built off the Grey Dawn reference. So if you're familiar with our Grey Dawn, but it came out like a little minty blue, like a little spearmint. I thought I had the medium. No, it's not there. That's not it right there. No, over there, the last one.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, okay. So yeah, mint dawn. So it's got, I mean, you can see it pretty well in this camera. It's maybe even exaggerating a little bit, but it has that like sort of minty, fresh blueness to it. Touch like a blue green, right? Icy, medjool. For people who like premium dates, and near black. And so near black is built off the black reference, but you can see, you know, like these are garment dyed and they get this pinstriping effect. That white that you see there is actually the polyester, that's the warp knit, and then the weft insertion is the linen going across. So all the black, it's not really reading like a black on the camera, but it's dyed black, and then mixing with the white in your eye, it kind of cools it out to a near black. And then you get medjool. Same effect if you zoom in. There's that pinstriping, but as you pull back, it goes away. And we'll see if we can see it on this one. It is there, but it's going to be harder to, well, the camera doesn't even want to focus. No focus on the camera. There we go. Yeah, you can't really see it because the colors are so close. It looks more textured. You see the linen. So here's Tyler in size medium. So This would be true to size, overshirt fit, and you can definitely like throw a hoodie on underneath that as well. So there we have it. Raglan. No, what more can we say about this? We should talk about, so, it's Injex. It's sort of, don't think of this as the start of the Injex season. Think of this as like the prelude to the Injex season. This is actually sort of like remnants from last year that kind of looped through the cycle. And so there's a lot of Injex coming, but this is the prelude, not really the start.
It's an aperitif.
An aperitif. All right. There we have it. What are you, Tyler? Are you switching back to
small.
Back to small. Tyler wants to be in that small. One size down is Tyler's recommendation. Visceral. All right. Let's see if we have other questions. Other questions? No questions. Seeing if I missed anything here.
You have a request.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, other colors. Yeah, let's see. Tyler. So this is gonna be Tyler into the medium. So true to size, but one size up from his preference. But we're gonna get him into some minty colors, mint dawn, and then we'll get some jewel going.
Tyler loves mints.
This is an amazing color. I love it.
Yeah, it's a nice color. It's not 100% what we asked for, but I mean that's the beauty of garment dyeing and a good garment dyer. So yeah, here it is. And again, this is Tyler going true to size, and his recommendation would be to size down for his type of fit. How does it compare to Ice Breeze? I mean, it's in the same ballpark as Ice
Very
Breeze.
Looks very similar to me.
Yeah. We don't have them next to each other.
Ice Breeze Dreamlight?
I don't know. We don't have the...
The Ice Breeze Dreamlight's a little bit more blue.
Yeah.
This is more like a light gray.
Yeah. It has that blue to it. We don't have them next to each other, but it's definitely in the same ballpark. But we'd have to like lay them on top and really see. But definitely the same. Is the lighting closer to natural or indoor? The lighting is closer to natural. Like there's big windows here. It's bright outside. This is northern light, right? So it's like a balanced light. There's no direct sun, so you're getting northern light coming in here. And then these lights, actually they're not daylight calibrated. Those aren't daylight calibrated.
This is a piece of white paper.
But they're not that bright. But yeah, here we got, and the white balance is not, is off on, you can see the white.
It's off too? Okay.
Yeah, you can see the white balance is off on this camera. Tyler's got some white paper. Apple, fix your fucking white balance, please. Here, let's try some Jewel.
I would really like this color. This is a nice color.
How does linen foil compare to Injex, Willie?
They're like they're like cousins who like people think are siblings.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's very different, but it does have the same kind of like.
Well, they both have the linen. They share a lot of linen.
Yeah, they share linen, and they have a similar kind of like a little crumple off the body feel, and they hold that light. What did you call it one time? Hollywood wrinkle. Really
I call it a Hollywood.
I call it that. Use that phrase all the time.
Yeah. So here's Tyler
Genius copyright.
in the Medjool. I don't even remember coining that. What is the blend on the linen foil? I think the linen foil is, I'm off the head, so I might be wrong, but I think linen foil is 60% linen, 30% rayon, and 10% polyester.
Okay, that was a pop quiz in the check.
All right, Willie's going to get the dirt on the linen foil. How much roll dye versus garment dye should we expect to inject the linen season? I think it's mostly roll dye. There is some garment dye, but there's more roll dye than garment dye, right?
A lot more. I was thinking back when we started this process, it was last summer, before we had actually launched the full, like, had really tested through the whole roll dyeing stuff.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Willie's still looking at the blend.
You're right. Good job.
All right, yeah. So.
How much does it weigh?
Oh God, I don't know. I'm gonna guess 115 GSM.
Whoa, it's 113.
All right.
Wow,
Well,
That is cool.
That's within tolerance.
well, if we're not even, I shouldn't even say 5. I should have said 110 or 120. We round that shit. You like the? I feel like the Medjool looked best true to size for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this one looks a little big because it's like a little more like this is less of an overshirt, right? So if you're going with the mint dawn, like you're definitely not going as much for the overshirt, but it looks good. High contrast with the black underneath. Any chance of Blazers plus linears before July? Yeah, I mean we're extremely intentionally set up production so that it would be well before July. But we'll see. Production always has its own ways of telling us things, so it should be many months before July would be the plan for the Blazers and linears. All right, what else do we got? Jewel. Yeah, we're in that kind of like awkward pre-spring phase. The weather is creeping there, but there's a lot of stuff that we're trying to get out of the factories. So that's the state we're right now. Like that hurry up and wait zone. Like get it all done, and then like we got to get it into the country through the customs, into the warehouse, counted in, all that stuff. So there's a bunch of stuff queued up, but most of it's a little bit away. But there is stuff coming, so stay tuned. Is Medjool similar to Desert Palm Injex Boxford? Yes. This is Garment Dyes, which is GDX, but Medjool and Desert Palm are the same reference color. Oasis is another one we used. We sort of settled on Medjool as the best of it. I don't know. None of them, like, we've eliminated Oasis. Oasis we're not using. It's not telling you anything. Desert Palm versus Medjool. I don't know if it's totally settled. Neither of them have, like, we haven't fallen in love with either name. So if somebody's got a better name for it, let's go.
Wait, did you say Oasis?
Yeah, we called it Oasis for one.
We did?
Yeah, I forgot which product, but we definitely called something Oasis. Willie's putting on but Oasis evokes nothing in color. I mean, maybe it evokes like a desert.
What do you see?
I see like almost a golden yellow maybe, but like then there's water in there too.
Yeah, I see like teal, wet,
Yeah.
clear.
Yeah, so Oasis is out, but Desert Palm, Medjool, some third thing, fourth thing that has not existed yet. We'll see. Yeah, Rami Fall 107s.
Oh, I wear those every day.
Yeah.
I love Oasis.
Yeah. It's a good color. People should buy, while we're talking about Rami Fall 107s, this is like the perfect season to get yourself some Rami Fall 107s. Like grab them while they still last. We're not doing that product again. We are, of course, looking to replace it with something better. Whether better means better.
There's like
Fully, ideally, we want better to mean 360 degrees, 720, Las Vegas Spear better, whatever. But in reality, like the point of problem with the Rami Fall was in the production process. So that's the first thing we're trying to get, a fabric that is better in the production process, and then hopefully it wears better too. So it's a ways off. We're still deep in that process. So grab yourself some Rami Fall. This is the Rami Fall weather. 107s, chilling, that nice, dry, kind of cozy. It's amazing in this zone. Any new Rami products? In terms of fabrics, the only Rami fabric is Rami Lust, right? Am I correct? Yes.
Which we do have a new product.
Yeah, but there is a new Rami Lust, which is the tank. So Rami Lust will come in 4 products. A new product, and I don't know. There's a lot more to come. A lot of Injex. I guess we should do the Injex spiel. Nah, people still here. They know the Injex spiel, and we're going to do it again soon enough. So you're saved from the Injex spiel today. I don't see any more questions, so I think we're... Oh, wait, here's one more. So, yeah, well, this is more of a comment than a question. Ramen Frog has just tried this as a house pant, but it's basically the perfect beach pant ever. That's amazing. If you love it like that, I don't think I would wear it to the beach, but that's cool. More power to you. Any info on the linen foil fabric? I mean, we already talked about it for a second. It's linen, rayon, and polyester. It's I guess what we can tell you is it's from the same place as Jump Yarn. It makes like these very like not outlier fabrics that we love somehow. Like it's like this one particular mill that like approaches like a non-outlier space of fabrics with like a sort of mentality that we resonate with. It makes very different fabrics for us, and you know we always love pushing our comfort zones too. So going to be one of the rare outlier fabrics with rayon in it. You know, it's not something we use a lot, but we don't discriminate against fibers at all. We discriminate against the end results. Like, we're very selective about the end fabrics that we use, and so certain fibers tend to like kind of go to zones that aren't really where we want to be, but we're fiber agnostic here. We'll work with any fiber out there. So a little bit of rayon coming into the mix with the linen foil. Any teas for next week? Next week's straightforward, right? Is it just... Yeah, Strongworks. I think we're going to have Strongworks restock, and then we'll have something silver. Something silver and expensive for you. All right. Unless we see something else, I think this is our cue to get out of here. Product should be live in 8 minutes, and day dry ever coming. Yeah, we can talk about day dry. First of all, like if you want the day dry, buy the Cut Zero. You got one on, right? Yep. So here, let's do a Cut Zero unveil on Tyler. This is the good. Tyler didn't love this cut originally, and now he loves it because it looks really damn good on you. What size? Size medium?
Size medium, washed and dried.
Yeah.
3 times probably now.
So that's the Cut Zero. So just go buy the Cut Zero. This fabric is amazing. Obviously, we learned some lessons, and we're not going to roll out new fabrics in Cut Zero again. But it's still a fucking damn good cut.
It looks so good. You're in a perfect outfit.
Yeah. Tyler's going true to size. I size up on the day dry. Amazing fabric. It's super breathable. It's got all that merino performance, but it dries a little bit quicker. It stays really nice and open. I did the last few trips with nothing but day dry as my merino. But in response to the original question, day dry in Cut 1 and Cut 2, yeah, not for a while. Basically not in the spring season, but they will come. We did a logistics shift. What we're trying to do, things have to play out, but the plan is that what we're doing is something a little awkward that we had tried to avoid doing before, but maybe is the best way. We're sending the day dry from Thailand to Portugal, right? So like the reason why we just did Cut Zero before is because in Thailand the minimums are quite high, and so we had to pick something, and we picked Cut Zero because Cut 1 and Cut 2 are kind of political, and we wanted to try and split the difference, and it maybe just created a third party instead. And we didn't really want to do it in New York because the capacity for knits in New York is pretty limited, and we kind of max it out. And they love doing the hardcore, the knit sewers. And New York's not a knit spot. There are people that can sew knits, but there's not a lot of them. So the third way was like, okay, we're going to send it to Portugal and do in-between sizing. And so we're hoping to have Cut 1, Cut 2, and long sleeves of day dry. but not for like 6 months. So like, if you want some day dry, get yourself a Cut Zero. Tyler's rocking it right now, and it looks amazing, and it's a great shirt. And if you're one of the haters, like, I don't know, you got some mental issues, this is a great shirt. Let's see, what other questions do we have? How is initial reception to push-pull? It's slow, and it's sort of to be expected that it's slow because we haven't like fully locked in on how to communicate that fabric. Like, we don't maybe fully understand it ourselves. So the people that have it look good in it and seem to really like it. It's a really intriguing fabric, but I don't think we've fully mastered the language of it yet. So we have to evaluate and see what's up with it. Any ideas on the UPF? Did we tested? Maybe it was something else.
UPF for the push pull?
Yeah, push pull. Tyler's gonna look it up. I can't remember if we tested it or not. We tested something that came out 5, which I expected, but I can't remember what that was. Oh no, that was the Nyko Gaze came out 5. Other day dry colors, there will not be any new day dry colors with the next run. If the next run does well, when we get to Cut 1s and Cut 2s out, we're taking this fabric really slow because we kind of got burned with Daybreak. We rushed Daybreak, we pushed it out too fast. The initial response was amazing on Daybreak, and then it plummeted. It was like the steepest rise and fall of any kind of response that you've ever seen. Did not follow. We were like kind of really surprised at how fast it took off, and then we should have been prepared for a sharp liftoff to come with a sharp drop too, and we didn't. We rushed it. So day dry, we're taking really, really slow, one release at a time, right? Basically, like if something's running, if like we have something that's like in motion all the way constantly, then it's we basically need to be ordering 2 orders out, right? So we have like, before we get data on order 1, we've already placed order 2 and order 3, right? So we're slowing it down, we're waiting for data. So order 1, wait for data. Order 2, wait for data. Order 3, wait for data. So taking our time, but we love that fabric. I love that fabric, at least. And I think it has a lot of potential, but we're not rushing it. So looping back, the UPF on the push-pull poly is a UPF 10 in the black. So it's got some, UPF 10 means you can stay in the sun 10 times longer before you get burnt. And because UPF, the math is the same in UPF and SPF, but SPF wears off, right? UPF is for clothing, it doesn't wear off. So it's actually better than a sun protection factor, right? It's better than an SPF of 10 because it doesn't wear off. But it's in the Rami, so we've seen basically at that zone 10, I would have hoped like 15's better, but at that 10-15 zone, you pretty much can wear it in casual use, no problem. And the only time you sunburn through that is going to be rare. But if you're at a festival out in the middle of the sun with no shade for hours, or you're hiking above the tree line, or you're lying on the beach in it, then for hours, then yeah, you might burn. But for, if you're moving around, doing your average stuff, you're in the sun, you're out of the sun, it should be no problem. Overkill mesh. I guess they're asking about the UPF and overkill mesh. I wouldn't think that's more than 5, but have we tested that?
I don't know if we.
It's a mesh.
It wouldn't make sense, really.
It's a mesh. 5 would be, if it hits 10, that would be amazing. I doubt it. I would say 5 at best for the overkill mesh. It's a mesh. It's not something you wear for sun protection. And yes, you don't need to worry about sun protection if you never go in the sun. But sometimes the sun is nice. Sometimes it's beautiful. It's actually quite nice out there right now. Behind Willie, you can see sunny day, barely a cloud in the sky. So on that note, we're going to get out of here. These things should be going live in 1 minute. And if you're in some place where it's nice and sunny and warm today, get outside, enjoy the sun. We're in daylight savings now, so we get an extra hour of that joint. And On that note, peace. Late. All right.
Just getting the number.
Tyler's gonna make me stay, get a number, release date. No, we have no release dates for the little bigs or the airs.
I don't
Yeah.
have one for overtime.
All right. That's it. We're actually out. Peace. This should be live now. Later.